They moved on fast, got a new partner, said they're happy. But deep down, something's missing. What they found can't replace the emptiness you left behind. Have you ever asked yourself how someone can move on so quickly as if your entire connection never even happened? They're flaunting someone new. They look like they're thriving. But that performance, it's hiding something much deeper. And in this video, we're pulling back the curtain. You're going to learn what narcissistic supply really is and why it keeps them emotionally hungry, why their new relationship can't fill the void you left, and how this understanding becomes the key to your healing and closure. So ask yourself, what if their fast move on was just another cycle and not a sign of healing at all? Let's start with the truth most people don't realize. Narcissists don't form relationships for connection, they form them for supply. What does that mean? It means they rely on a constant stream of attention, admiration, emotional reactions, even conflict, anything that confirms their existence, their superiority, or their power over someone. This is what we call narcissistic supply. But here's the problem. No matter how much they get, it's never enough. Imagine pouring water into a bucket with a hole at the bottom. It drains out as fast as it's poured in. So what does the narcissist do? They go looking for another bucket, another person, to try and fill it again. They chase novelty. They chase attention. They chase intensity. But what they're really running from is themselves. Have you ever noticed how quickly they lose interest after the initial honeymoon phase? Once that new person starts showing normal human needs, asking for reciprocity, respect, or space, that shine wears off. And suddenly, the narcissist is irritated, bored, distant, or worse, already chasing someone else. That's not love. That's addiction to supply. So here's the deeper question. If they were really happy now, why are they still checking your social media? Why do you still get those random texts? Why do they still come up in conversations, even when you're gone? Because the new partner isn't you. They may be new, but that doesn't mean they're fulfilling. And deep down, the narcissist knows they didn't replace you. They just restarted the cycle. And with every repeat, it becomes more obvious. The hole inside them, no person can fill it. Not you. Not the next. Not anyone. Let's talk about the new relationship they jumped into right after you. You saw it, maybe just days or weeks after they left you. Suddenly, they had someone else on their arm. And they looked happy, fulfilled, like they'd finally found what you couldn't give them. But here's the truth most people never see. That new person, they weren't love. They were leverage. Narcissists rarely leave unless there's already another emotional source lined up, someone to absorb their ego, feed their need for attention, and distract them from accountability. This isn't about love. It's about survival. To them, your relationship ended long before you realized it, because the moment they sensed you were seeing through them, asking for more, or stepping into your power, they started scanning for their next fix. This is what we call an emergency supply, a backup person, a soft landing. But here's the kicker. Once the novelty fades, that new relationship starts to crack. Because just like before, the same cycles begin. Why? Because nothing about them has changed. The narcissist enters new relationships with a fantasy, a perfect illusion. They idealize this new partner just like they once did with you. They think, this one will be different. But eventually, real life sets in. People have needs, boundaries, emotions. And once the new partner stops feeding the narcissist's fantasy, the disappointment sets in fast. They start picking at flaws, withdrawing emotionally, comparing them, silently or openly, to you. And deep down, they realize it again. No matter how new the person is, it's still just a band-aid. A temporary distraction from the real wound they refuse to confront. So ask yourself, was that new relationship ever really about love? Or was it about keeping their ego stitched together just long enough to forget you? Let's go even deeper. You weren't just another partner. You were the original supply, the one who believed in them, the one who gave endlessly, the one who tried to understand the chaos behind their mask. And that's what they can't replicate. You gave them emotional labor, the kind of care and effort that most people won't tolerate once they see the dysfunction. You admired them, maybe even when they didn't deserve it. You boosted their ego, supported their dreams, helped clean up their messes. They might act like they've moved up, but secretly, they know they downgraded in depth. Because the new partner might look good in pictures, might post the perfect couple shots, might echo the same honeymoon lines you once heard, but they don't feel like you. To the narcissist, this creates a growing discomfort they'll never admit. That new person becomes more of a prop, something they use to maintain appearances, control the narrative, and convince the world they're doing just fine. But you were never a prop. You were the stage, the spotlight, the audience, the show. You helped them feel real, seen, worshipped, admired, desired. And now that you're gone, no one plays the role quite the same. So even as they laugh in photos or flaunt their new partner on social media, there's something lurking behind the mask. An emptiness, a lack, a gnawing truth they can't escape, that the one who truly saw them, the one who gave more than they deserved, was you. Have you ever wondered, was any of it even real? When you look back at your time with a narcissist, maybe you remember moments that felt genuine, times they smiled